Are you looking right now? There's a laundromat in the shopping center. Are you looking to rent that space there?
Correct.
Okay. That space is not available. The tenant are paying the rent. They're good, and they still have another 6 months lease to go.
Oh, my goodness.
I can.
There it is. There it is. 6 months. Well, you and I both know that 6 months is a blink of an eye, sir.
Cacciatore.
Cacciatore.
Yes.
Hi. My name's Danny. I'm looking at leasing some space from you here. I would like to become a tenant.
We have nothing available, Danny.
Never like seeing strangers. Guess it's 'cause no stranger ever good news me.
There's actually a coin laundromat there, and that's probably where the disconnect is. The laundromat, that's what I do. I do laundromats. My partner and I have stores in 3 provinces. I'm always looking for space with, let's put it gently, underperforming laundry locations. And look, they might be a good tenant. They pay on time. They've got 10, 20 years remaining on their lease. God bless. I wouldn't change a thing. But having walked into the store, they're open to the public. We usually go in and do some laundry in these stores. When we see a lot of room for improvement, they're not really servicing the community any longer. I want to find out from you. Maybe we can talk lease terms today, tomorrow, next week, next year. Like you said, you don't have empty space, but this space is probably not long for the world.
Listen, Danny. Maybe there is an opening. The existing Laundromat, which is there, I was talking to them last week, and they want to get out of it.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Maybe I can put you in contact with them and see maybe you can, strike a deal on with them.
Mr. Cacciatore, I would not do that, and here's the deal. Striking a deal. Well, as long as I've been doing this, I've only ever purchased one laundromat, and that was a huge mistake because I purchased it.
There's 3 times in a man's life when he has the right to yell at the moon. When he marries, when his children come, and when he finishes a job he had to be crazy to start.
I'm interested in leasing this space, and I know by looking at it, I know that they have very, very old equipment. They're no longer servicing the community. They're no longer serving themselves. They're no longer serving you as the landlord. So I'll wait. I could have called them today, last week, last month, but I don't see a reason to expedite this. In other words, it's not that I'm cheap. It's just that I don't see that as part of this modus operandi for me. I hope that makes sense. They're on their way out. They're going.
That makes sense. I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing your reasoning. I'm just mentioning that there's potential opening. Otherwise, I have 2 other spaces right now. We are in negotiation and extending their lease, and it may not happen. So call me back, and I would say at the end of June, and I'll have something more affirmative.
Right. I'm confused, to be frank. You have 2 other spaces. What does that have to do with this space? You're talking about in the center?
2 spaces we have. They're tenants which are presently in there, and we are negotiating in extending the lease. So if this doesn't happen to be in the next 30 days, those 2 spaces will become available.
Right, but I don't want empty space, Mr. Cacciatore. I want laundry space. That's why I'm calling on this space, because it's already built out. I wouldn't build a laundromat anymore, and I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I wouldn't build a laundromat any more than I would buy a laundromat. So, and also,
okay,
if I'm right,
you want that? Yeah.
So if you have 2 other empty spaces,
what I'm trying to understand. Let me try to understand.
Yeah.
Are you looking right now? There's a laundromat in the shopping center. Are you looking to rent that space there?
Correct.
Okay. That space is not available. The tenant are paying the rent. They're good, and they still have another 6 months lease to go.
Oh, my goodness. There it is. 6 months. Well, you and I both know that 6 months is a blink of an eye, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
even if it's so, here's what I know: that space with the laundromat located under the roof is the only space I'm interested in. They have 6 months remaining.
Good.
Thank you for that. And he wants out of the business, so he's not going to sign. He's not going to sign a new 10-year extender with you. So maybe I wait 6 months. That's fine by me.
Great. Then let's do it like that. And meanwhile, what I will do, I will try to push it. I'm going to take a look at the lease, what kind of advice or notice he's going to give, and we'll see if we can make it happen. That's great. Let's do it.
We are on the same page, my friend. And listen, let me say this. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not asking you to go, quote, push anything. The worst thing that I might see here, I don't know if this guy has put this on Facebook or he's trying to sell it through a broker or whatever else, but you've got to look out for yourself. If he's able to sell this business with no less than 6 months remaining on his lease, you're stuck with a tenant who is now in arrears. They're already starting behind the 8 ball. I'm just giving you some advice. The last thing you want is for someone to, like you said to me, well, talk to the tenant. I'll put you in touch.
Danny, I still have obligations, so I have to live with my obligation. Put yourself a note to call me back in 90 days, and we'll see what happens, okay?
All I was saying, Paisan, if he's able to sell the business, you're right. You're obligated. You're obligated to the tenant. What's your email address, Mr. Cacciatore?
Yeah, Danny.
Yes.
Hello.
What's the best email address?
Okay,
for you?
so I have another line. Call me back in 90 days, and we'll see what happens. Okay.
No need.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Noah, you've been on the YouTube machine, following me on YouTube, watching live videos for how long?
For about almost a year now.
Tell me about Mr. Cacciatore.
Well, Mr. Cacciatore owns a property management company. Which
so he's not even the landlord.
No, he's the only person to contact for a lease, though. He's the one who gives out the leases in the strip mall.
Understood. If this guy worked for you,
I've been trying to contact him for.
If this guy worked for you, and you owned this building, would you be satisfied with the work that he just did on your behalf?
Absolutely not.
Why? What did he do wrong?
Well, first of all, he's claiming that he's trying to rush you off the phone, claiming that the current operator has 6 months left on the lease, which he should be trying to find somebody to fill that space from now. 6 months is going to pass with a blink of an eye, so you would think that he wants a good long-term tenant in there, and someone with your experience on the phone. So,
Oh, it's Canada.
He's trying to rush you.
It's Canada. It's different in Canada, right? I'm so sick and tired of getting these emails. Isn't it different in Canada? Here's the thing. I know your toilets flush the opposite way there in Canada, but beyond that, we've been trying to reach this dimwit for months. He doesn't pick up the phone. He doesn't return the calls. These are slumlords. Whoever owns this building, come on, look at these businesses.
Right.
We can help to elevate that business. The signs are falling apart in the front. The neighboring businesses don't even have signs. They have banners that are supposed to be temporary. I love the banner that says new management, and it's 15 years old, and it's got holes in it, and moths are flying out of it. It's horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's really run down.
Part of that is the fact that the management company is being run by a guy that doesn't want to do the work. Can I get your email? I got another call. Call me back in 90 days, he said. So your homework, I think you know me well enough, you can fill in the blanks. What is your homework, Noah?
Keep scouting stores and then keep an eye on this one. That's it.
Keep scouting additional stores. but keep a close physical eye on this. This is one of your little chickadees under your wing. God forbid this guy, he said, number one, oh, I have 2 other empty. The guy was all over the place. Let's face it. The guy's up there in years.
He didn't even know what you were. He didn't even comprehend what you wanted exactly.
I'm like, bro, I want the space when and if the time comes. Okay, I'll have 2 more spaces empty soon. I don't want the empty fucking space.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.